Hello and welcome. Today I am here to answer the age-old question. Who the fuck is Stimpee? And does he really sound like asshole? I thought I'd do one of these because every single day I get a bunch of questions asked on Twitter, Discord, Grindr.
What did he say?
So I asked on Twitter if there's anything you'd like to know about me, YouTube, Twitch, whatever, ask below, and I'll be 100% honest and open. So I'll just let you know from the beginning, there was basically three main questions asked in different ways from multiple people. The first was, are you actually gay? The second was, how much gay porn do you have to watch to make your thumbnails? And the third one was,
how big is your penis?
All of which I will answer right now. Am I actually gay? I'm taking that shit to the grave, motherfucker. How much gay porn do I have to watch to make a thumbnail? Contrary to belief, I don't actually have to watch any. For some reason, people think that I just like sit there for hours on end watching gay porn videos, and then like when I see something, I just screenshot it. So to all of those people, why don't you just go,
put your face up to that opening and I'll show you what a glory hole's used for.
All I do is go to Google Images and I'll just search for like gay porn memes, gay porn funny, gay porn screaming, gay porn blowjob, whatever. Totally normal stuff. Until I can find something that kind of suits the video that I've done. I'll crop it all out, add some clothes or some items, a background, and yeah, that's basically it. How big is my pee-pee? I think I measured it a couple of years ago and it was like 7.5 inches or something. Alright, now that those three are out of the way, let's get to the more specific ones. Were there any times you struggled to make content out of a game? Also, have you thought of making a blooper video with scrap bits of various games? Yeah, there's been lots of games that I've tried to play that never actually turned into anything. The main one that comes to mind is that SCP game. I've tried to play that like 3 or 4 different times throughout the years, and I'll get a couple of clips and then just like nothing, so I just have to give up on it.
Hold the envelators! Hold the envelators! Are you stupid or what? If you're stupid, get the fuck out of the envelator.
Oh, I like this one. This one's like more of a compliment than a question. You've got a quick wit and a great sense of humor. Massive cock. So handsome. Where did you get that from? I have a friend living in Australia who is Canadian but is now Aussie citizen. What is a great Aussie insult line I can use on him that he won't expect from a Canadian? Thanks, love your work. Fuck you absolute fucking grongo cunt, you fucking piece of shit. I'm so fucking sick of your bogan ass piece of shit, motherfucker. I think you'll appreciate that one. Where did I get the quick wit and sense of humor from? I don't know, I guess I was just born with that. Am I gonna bring back Tarkov content? Yes, when it wipes. Jesus Christ, Zach took the opportunity to ask like 5 separate questions. You greedy little boy. How long have I been playing games? As long as I can really remember. I remember playing Nintendo 64. Like GoldenEye and Zelda and Smash Bros. What subject did you teach? God, I get this question asked all the time. For those of you that don't know, I was a teacher before I did YouTube. So I worked on like a gaming course at an RTO. So I did like all the 3D stuff. So 3D modeling, animation, textures, all that kind of stuff. I didn't like it very much. What's one thing Stimpee now would tell a younger version of Stimpee?
Suck dick. Fuck yeah.
Maybe not to think so much about everything. That's probably the main one. I tend to overthink a lot of stuff, not just like on YouTube, but pretty much my whole life. I'll like think about something because I always want to make the absolute best decision, when most of the time I should just do what I want or what I feel, instead of always 100% being certain on something. How long do you plan on doing YouTube/Twitch as a career? Probably as long as you'll all have me, honestly. I think doing YouTube and streaming is personally the best job you could hope for. You get to be your own boss, you get to work from home, the money's pretty juicy, you get to build a community, you get to play video games, like what's not to like about that? Especially compared to teaching some no good fucking kids. So yeah, it's a pretty good job and I'm very fortunate. Honestly, just want to know if you've ever thought of quitting at some point. I'm sure you had low days of making videos for the month. Yeah, I've thought about quitting a few times, even though I just said how amazing this job was. There's been a lot of times where YouTube has just like fucked me over for no reason, like constantly, and I'm just like, what's the point? Like they'll age restrict all of my content and then they'll give me strikes and I can't upload for a week. Then Twitch will ban me or remove my emotes, which is what they just did. Just like dumb shit like that kind of happens sort of often, that I'm just like, oh man, this is exhausting. But that only usually lasts for a couple of days and I'm just like, whatever, I'll just get on with it. I'll just get back to the grind. Will we see more of Christian? If so, we make a collab video.
Go die in hell.
Why is it that in your first videos playing Miscreated and H1Z1 you were nice and used to try to help people out, but you slowly become a monster playing with the minds of children? Also play more armor. That was funny. Like, I get that playing with people that you meet in game and helping them out can be fun, but when you've done that for years, it's like, I don't want to do that again. That's boring. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's fuck with this kid. Let's make his life a living hell. But yeah, I guess I shifted the way I play because I think that survival games are such a good opportunity to make different kind of content. Virtually every other game you can team up with people, or you can be nice, or you can help them. Survival games are sort of like the one genre of game on the internet that gives you awesome opportunities to like betray people or to mess with them and just create kind of like funny scenarios. So yeah, basically I guess I just think it's funny. If you could go back career-wise to start again, what would you do today? What would you do different? I would honestly just try to do what I'm doing now. I know I kind of harped on about it earlier, but I think it's a great job. As long as I could remember though, I wanted to be a police officer. Like I even went and did work experience in a police station, and it was what I wanted for so long. My next door neighbor was actually a police officer. Well, they both were. It was like an older husband and wife. And they were both pretty much like, for the love of God, do not do this job. It'll ruin you as a person. We've seen it like destroy so many lives. Run for the hills. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll do teaching instead. Could you imagine me as a police officer though? Jesus Christ.
This guy has handcuffed me. Why did you do that? Call police fast.
Does constant interactions with homophobic and racist people in games make you lose hope for this generation? I wouldn't say it makes me lose hope for this generation, but I think it is sad to see. Like, just because you die in a video game doesn't mean you have to become like this giant toxic asshole. There's enough of those people around in real life without having to deal with it online, you know? What was your motivation from starting YouTube to keeping it up to still doing it? I had to learn the Premiere Pro software, which is what I use to edit my videos. So I had to learn it to basically be able to teach the students how to use it. And I was like, well, I play a lot of video games, so I might as well like record that and then put it into the software, learn how to use it, and make my own videos. It's kind of like, you know, two birds, one stone. I get to try out doing YouTube and I get to learn this software. And yeah, that's pretty much how it started. Do you actually like people gathering around you and screaming when it comes to Rust? God no, I hate that shit. That's why I don't stream it anymore. How much money you got? I mean, I did say I'd be 100% honest and open, so I have about $250,000 in savings, about $80,000 in crypto. Who are your favorite YouTubers? This might come as a surprise to you, but I don't actually watch a whole lot of YouTube, except maybe some Nikocado Avocado. Youngbloods is good if you like fishing or spearfishing, camping, all that kind of stuff. I like Captain Grimm. He makes World of Warcraft videos. He's really good at what he does. Charborg makes really good stuff. The Critical Drinker for movie reviews and breakdowns. That's all I can really remember off the top of my head. What was a genuine moment of, oh, I've gone too far, I feel bad when messing with someone? What was it, 2 or 3 years ago when I made that Rust video? Breaking a Man in Rust, I think it was called, where I just kept messing with this guy that was kind of new to the game and ended up like raiding his base. The initial plan was like raid his house and then, you know, put a bunch of loot in his boxes, kind of like reverse raiding him. But all he saw was like us raiding his base, and then he logged down.
No, it's just that fucking dickhead keeps coming back and killing me, and my suspicion is rising that it's actually you.
Oh,
Going deep on salty Korean kids.
The interesting thing about that video actually is about a year ago, I actually got an email from the dude I was messing with. He said that I only just saw the video, he thought it was funny, and that, yeah, there was no bad feelings, I guess. How many times a week does Lucas try and leech content from you? When he was younger, it used to be like a weekly basis. He'd be like, when we play, I want to play, well, let's go play Rust right now, can I come play? Every time I'd get on Rust, it would just like come up on Steam, Lucas is now playing Rust. And he'd like find what server I was playing on and where I lived. Like literally every time. And whenever it'd ask, and I'd be like, no, we're not playing Rust. Like, we just made a Rust video together, I'm gonna make one by myself. He'd be like, okay, my life sucks. I have the worst life ever. No one wants to play with me. I have no friends. Like, he would always try to make me feel guilty, but I have no heart, so it didn't really work. These days, though, me and Lucas don't talk all that much. He seems to have his own life now that he's a teenager.
you gonna cry? Maybe shouldn't come?
Have your students ever found your channel? If they did, what'd they think? No, but I used to live in constant fear that someone would. What advice would you give to someone trying to become a YouTuber? I think just go for it. I wanted to do it for a long time, but I just kept putting it off because I was kind of like nervous and I didn't really know where to start. I personally think the best approach is do YouTube because you enjoy being creative, you enjoy making content, you want to build a community. Hell, maybe you just want to learn how to edit stuff, I don't know. But I think just do it for reasons that aren't related to money or your channel blowing up. Because the reality is most people that do try to do YouTube won't be able to turn it into a job. They won't be able to make enough money from it. I'm not saying that to make you lose motivation. That's sort of just, you know, the facts or the reality of the situation. If you go in thinking, hey, I'm going to do this because I enjoy it, and I get to be creative, that's awesome. And if it leads to something bigger than that, like that's really good. But yeah, just don't set yourself up to be disappointed. Do you enjoy your fan base? Be honest.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
I would say my fan base is pretty much the same as most other people's, whereas like 99.99% of the people there are just good people and they want to see you succeed. But you're always going to get that very small minority of people that are just fucking toxic or annoying. It's pretty much impossible to escape. They're always going to be there, regardless of your community or the kind of content that you make. Out of all your own content, which video are you most proud of for editing and content? I guess maybe one of the Mordau videos again. I used to put a lot of time and editing into those. I think some of those turned out pretty good.
You make me sick.
You'll always be my brother.
As for favourite video, maybe not so much because of the editing, but the first thing that comes to mind is A Betrayal Most Foul. You know that Ross video where I screwed with that kid and made him think that I was like two different people?
Guy that was chasing me, he's like the same character as you. He's black.
I just really like how that video turned out. Do you like ducks? Yeah, ducks are pretty cool. Yeah, I was feeding ducks by hand a couple of months ago on my little vacation. Best video you've ever seen while thumbnail hunting? Well, and that's just none of your goddamn business. I told you I don't watch any porn, I swear. Well, at least not for thumbnails anyway. Do you have any man crushes? Sent by anonymous user. Oh, I think you know that I do. Hey, good timing. How long have you and Mimeo been friends? Probably just after I started YouTube. Back in the day, Mimeo actually had a bigger YouTube channel than mine. And we finally played together because we would comment on each other's videos and I was like all nervous because I was like, oh my god, this dude with like 8,000 subs is gonna play with me. Now look at us. Just a couple of boyfriends making our way on the internet. What's your workout routine? If you has one. I work out like 5 or 6 days a week. I used to take it pretty serious. Now it's more so just to like get moving because I'm on a computer a lot of the time. You know, try to stay jacked. Try to stay full yoked. Alright, I think that pretty much covers everything. Most of these questions now are just ones I've already answered. And ones that are like this. Do it squirt. Do it fart. Also do it be stinking. Alright, well thanks everyone that submitted a question, and I hope this video has been insightful for you all. And who knows, maybe I won't get asked all these questions every time I stream now. I guess I should try to end it in like some kind of wholesome way, right? That's what people usually do. In all seriousness though, I am very lucky to be where I am. I do appreciate every single one of you that continue to watch my content, that like the videos, that comment, that stop by the streams, that hang out in Discord, that talk to me on Twitter or send me messages. None of that is lost on me. I know how fortunate I am, and I'm very thankful to be here, so thank you all. Ooh, that didn't feel right at all.
I got 3 thoughts on my dick, bust down Gucci all on my feet. I took my wrist, rolling that strip. She like ash cash, only the tip. I be skirting off in that whip. I see it up and that would get hit.